What's up, everyone? Welcome to another little bit of a surprise video. I was not expecting this patch to come around now, and basically this patch is pretty good. So it's a small one, but it's a much needed one. Let's take a look at it. So it says, hello again, H4 players. We've got a few changes rolling out with this patch, including a fix for an exploit involving the Golden Horde, extending the dates of our current ranked season and event, as well as some exciting improvements to the caster mode. So the caster mode is very interesting to me. So if you don't know about the Golden Horde exploit they're talking about here, the Golden Horde exploit is basically, we've been seeing the past few weeks, a lot of Golden Horde players, particularly those with about this size of a penis, have gone out and just used this reinforcement bug that allowed people to build a lot of free units when they were not supposed to, and winning games when they were building, one batch of Keshiks and getting 15 or 20 or 30 crazy amounts of Keshiks. So it's just game breaking bugs that people were abusing and getting bans for it as well. But now that they have fixed the bug, that should no longer be an issue. So, Season 12. Ranked Season and Events Update. We're extending Ranked Season 12 and the Something in the Water event from April 2nd to May 6th. That means that Season 12 is going to run to May 6th, and that also might indicate potentially more content coming for the game at that point. May 6th is also a little bit more, I would say, realistic in terms of everything. Like, we've got a lot of tournaments happening leading up to May 6th, between April 2nd and May 6th. So it's good, I would say, if they're going to make some major rebalancing or anything like that, that it is happening a bit later, because it takes time to practice and adapt to, at least as a professional, from a professional player's perspective. Something in the water, so there's some spawn logic improvement. I don't really mind this too much. You can take a look at it yourself. I will post this blog post here, the patch update, in the description of this video. Then there is the caster mode. So this is what's actually interesting. So the caster mode says, additional civilization-specific information now available in the caster mode. With this patch, we're introducing some changes to the caster mode that account for a variety of civilization-specific technologies and elements. With these changes, caster mode will now provide a better top-level view of details pertaining to Guildhall, the Tughluq dynasty governor system. I'm sure it's called Tughluq dynasty. That may be a typo, but Khan Jeondaag respawn timer. So we will be able to see how long it takes before the Khan is out in the JD. That's great. Yatai count and traders, fishing ships, and sheep. So let's take a look at how that looks. And this will look very familiar if you have been watching any of the EGC casts. Look down here at the bottom left. We can see the sheep tally of each player by clicking a button here, it seems. We can also see the effective worker time, collected resources, destruction value, worker kills, and army value. Of course, we can also notice this massive thing happening here with resource per minute and amount resources total and villagers on each resource. So there are many screenshots here, as well as this one. Here we can see the guild hall being constructed and how much food is in the guild hall. Very nice. You can also see worker kills and army value. So one player has way more army value than the other one. You can see that down here. Here we see the spawn timer of JD. So if you look in this right side, you can see a small icon indicating how long JD's got left. One thing to note as well is down in the bottom left side now, it seems there's a switch between collected resources, and you can kind of see how much has been collected of each resource. That's really cool, actually. Let's see, what else? Additional design improvements. Previously, castles had to toggle between villagers and resource per minute details, making it difficult to quickly ascertain various player advantages. Now these details are available simultaneously and visible underneath the general resource panel. Macedonian dynasty technologies such as the cavalry damage upgrade now show in the caster mode. So this upgrade, here it is. Look at the Macedonians in the top right side, you can now see the cavalry damage. So that was missing before. Additional information has been added to the overview statistics in the caster mode view, including town center idle time. So that must be in this bottom left side. That must be the total amount of idle time here. This guy has a lot of idle time on his town centers. And then effective worker time. So that must be the amount of time that the workers are doing something. Economy idle time and total collected resources and destroyed values. Very nice. Improves resources gathered information in cast mode when they collected resource panel that showcase the total gathered resources for each player alongside updated UI to show the total amount of traders, fishing ships, and sheep for each player. So where do I see that? Do I see that somewhere? Total amount of sheep. Ah, hold on. Let me see if I can see it here. I am blind or I don't see it. Where is the total amount of sheep at? I don't see it, to be honest. I see the worker elephant icon. But maybe it's on the next one. Okay, well, I can't see it. But maybe it's in game. Yeah, we saw the sheep thing before, actually. So that's my bad. Custom mode now reflects changes made to reduce the number of upgrades available from Mongoose improved technology. Okay, awesome. We can see that here as well. Okay, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's go take a look at a game and just see how it works out. Okay, so we're in this game here. And we can see the villagers on the top right side here. We can see the total amount of resources as well. And there's no buttons here to switch around, which I need to get used to. So, resources total in bank, resources gathered, and then villagers on each resource. This will be so nice for me when I'm doing my videos, because nobody will be telling me anymore, oh, remember to switch it around. So that's really cool. So, we can also see the total amount of yatais over here. That's awesome. And then we have different buttons down here. So we have a sheep counter that's active in the game. So when sheep gets picked up, for example, this sheep, you'll see me go up to 9. There you go. Oh, that's really cool. So have that on in the early stages of a cast can give you so much good information. You don't have to like select everything and try to get more info this way. And then we have resources gathered total of food. Has he only gathered 20 food? Yeah, that makes sense because he just got on it. He started wood. And I've gathered 350 food here. And then wood underneath. So he gathered a lot more wood, of course. And I'm gathering a lot more gold because I need 200 gold to age up. So that's really cool. We can see a lot of information down here. And I guess in the later stage of the game, that will be even more information. So we can switch that around. Oh, there's 3 tabs. So this was what I was missing. So there's a converted... total number of enemy units converted to their side. So there's a Wololo counter. That's awesome. Okay, sacred sites. Number of sacred sites under control and resources per minute from sacred sites. This is so crucial to understanding like how far ahead or behind you are. Like you can literally see it now. If you're... imagine you're playing a game and one player has 4 relics and the other guy has 1 relic, but he has all the sacred sites. You might now be able to see... that's actually more of an equal position than maybe you would have thought. Because a lot of people will be like, oh, he has 4 relics, it doesn't matter. And then not take the sacred sites. But now we can see, okay, it's actually mattering a lot more than we thought. So this is a really good analytical tool as well. And then we have effective worker time. We can see the blue economy is 99.5%. And that is with the move out on deer here. Whereas the red economy is a little bit less effective. A little bit more idle time. And there's 56 seconds of idle time on red player versus 3 seconds on blue player. Oh, that's really cool. Worker kills, destruction value, and I guess we can go and check our army value. Where is army value? Has that been removed? Oh, it's rear. It's here. Okay. So all the army value is in the bottom right side instead. So now we can see as blue player creates a lot of army. That army then gets converted into a number down here that displays, okay, how many resources have been invested into units in total for each player. So this is awesome. I love this. We can see total resources collected is a lot higher for HRE here early. And I guess that will keep being the case because HRE is idling the enemy economy a lot. So even though Sengoku should be ahead, HRE will continue to be ahead because there's a lot of walk time here. The economy is not working all the time. There's a lot of less effective worker time because the red player is inside of the town center. So that's huge. Man, that's so awesome for analysis. I love this. This is going to be so good for me. I'm really looking forward to this for analyzing both tournament games and practice games. Perfect. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Now we're going to start seeing relics getting captured. So 2 relics being taken home right now. Coming here. And that's now going to also show how much gold per minute we're going to get. And we can see the gold increase up here as well. We can see the villagers. It's good. I love it. We can see total amount of prelates, of course. Knights everywhere. We don't see unique upgrades like steel barding, for example. So that might be another thing to improve. But this is a start. I really like this. 3 relics income. Awesome. We'll be able to see Sacred Site income now as well. So let's see that. Oh, game ended. Huh. Well, we would have been able to see it. I hope this gave you some idea of what it looks like. It gave me a really good impression here. I look forward to using this. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Awesome patch, I would say. I'm happy that they fixed the exploits. Let me just double check that there wasn't more in that patch. No, there was not. Awesome. Well, see you guys in the next video. Take care.
良きかな。